New York, and on the new Hot 97 app. Ebro in the morning on Hot 97.
Ebro in the morning, Laura Styles. A Boogie with the jewelry.
Yeah.
A Boogie with the jewelry. A Boogie with the jewelry. Yo, what's going on, man?
What's up, man? You know, we out here cooling.
Yo, let's see what we got. How many pieces? These all new pieces or?
Nah. I came through new updates. It's
hybrid.
updated.
That hybrid.
The only thing new right now is the Richard on my wrist right now.
Richard bust down.
Yeah, I got the same old shit on right now. It's just icy.
Yeah.
It look new every time.
Yo, new album. Artist 2.0, 20
New
records.
piece coming though too. You just reminded me. New piece coming.
Where you got a new piece of jewelry?
New piece coming, man.
What you got?
I got some shit coming, man.
So the old shit we get for all the support throughout the years.
I got a trophy room, man. I mean, we could do something.
We have one now.
We could be legendary.
Listen, this Hot 97. We put up a trophy with some real jewelry in it. That shit's gone tomorrow.
That shit out of here, niggas.
Gone tomorrow. Somebody, Flex probably gonna take it, pawn it. Cake up, do a party. Talk to me about this new album, 20 records, man.
20 records, man. Got about like 6 features on there, I think. I'm going hard right now.
Who's on there?
It's me, Young Thug, Roddy Ricch, Khalid, Gunna. I got
Uzi Vert on the Reply record.
Uzi Vert
twice.
You got Summer
Uzi
Walker.
Vert 2 times. Reply, Love is Summer Walker. That Love is all joint fire too. I was just bumping that.
How is it working with Summer Walker? Because she gets mixed. We get mixed emotions from fans, you know, because people
she's
say
an artist. I mean, it's like it's not that hard from artist to artist to really understand each other, you know.
You in the studio
And she's
together?
a songwriter too, like a
Yeah.
studio rat. Like she in there cooking and
exactly.
writing.
Were you guys in the
yeah.
studio together working?
The first song this song she just sent it over. The first song that was on her album. What's the name of that song again? I make so much damn music.
Is that Bittersweet on? No, that's on his album. His album's Bittersweet.
Yeah,
on her album, it's
Calm Down.
Calm
Calm
Down.
Down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, let me look it up.
Yo, I'm hot as shit. I'm taking the jacket off real quick.
Let me see.
Bacon ass.
Stretch You Out, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Stretch You Out.
is the other one. Yeah.
Summer Walker's album's fire. Now on your album, A Boogie, your team sent the link over. You got the A Boogie like club swag records, but then you also have some straight ahead
I got
R&B
everything.
love songs.
I got everything.
Then you got
Everything.
some ratchet, you know what I mean? Hit it from the back, pull your panties to the
Yeah,
side
I got
joints
some baby
too.
making shits on there too. I got some heartbreak, baby making, all that type of shit. Streets, gospel. Nah, I don't got gospel, but you know, I ain't hit that one yet. That's the only one I ain't hit.
Gonna get your
Next
Kanye
time.
West on in a minute, make a
next
gospel
time.
album.
Yeah, my mom's waiting on that one.
Facts, right?
Big facts. I know she is.
In the house growing up, what was your mom listening to?
That's one of them. Gospel. Michael Jackson, of course. Lauryn Hill. She was bumping like Anita and shit like that too, like old school.
Now for the audience that may just be catching the A Boogie wave, because you were blowing up in the Bronx in high schools and on the internet, and was it SoundCloud back then?
Yeah, I was about to say that. It was really SoundCloud, because SoundCloud was like the monster stream for me, like the stream tool for us back in the G. Still to this day. Like I miss that SoundCloud era OD. I keep on thinking
What about it did you like the most?
from like back when I used to really make a song and drop it right away. Like that's the main thing. But this whole clearing process nowadays is extra, but I understand it. For me, it's business. I just miss the old process. It was
Less corporate.
Yeah.
Straight to the fan.
Yeah, exactly.
Because then again, you get the instant reactions,
yeah,
right?
you getting like the fans is hearing the music that you made for them at the time too. You ain't making a song and dropping it next year. That's your last year mood, you know.
How's it been with High Bridge, the label, the whole team, and you know, because you got tons of artists that you work with and that you came up with, who you are creating their own sound. Don Q doing his thing, you doing your thing. How is that keeping the crew focused and A&R and creating the sounds for all the different artists?
We just making sure we got our mind right. For me, having a couple meetings and talking about the structure and shit. We got a couple more artists this year, so. It's me, Trap Manny, Don Q, and we got Nissa on the line too. We got some producers too. We gonna tell you about that later, but yeah.
Is it hard to keep people patient? You know, because you being kind of the forefront of the label, you get to get out here, get your stuff off. But
man, it's hard because I'm impatient with it. Like that's why it's hard because I understand them so much. That shit's crazy.
How old are you now?
I'm 24 now.
Bruh.
I know. You started so young.
I know, that's crazy,
young.
right?
Yeah.
It's going by
I feel
fast.
like-
That's why I
Remember when
said,
you
man,
first came here, he was like-
I'm about to get into this business shit, man. I'm getting old, baby.
Oh, Lord.
All right, so what business you getting into? Or what's the most interesting to you?
I don't know yet. I feel like I gotta do it. I don't know yet until I'm in them shoes.
Are you at that stage in your life, because you have a daughter, right?
Yeah.
You have a daughter.
Another one on the way too.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Do you know what you having?
Nah, not chat.
Not yet. Have you started having them conversations about like 20 years from now?
Nah,
You know what I mean? Have you?
20 is a long time.
But you know what I'm saying? Like financially, what does it look like in 20 years and how? You know what I mean?
I think about 20 years, but I plan for like 5 years.
Right. It's tough. 20 years is tough to think
20
about.
years is tough. You don't know what's going for me. I don't know if we're going to make that far, baby. So
Yo, Laura, even Laura and them and Rosenberg, they get mad because I'll be up here because, you know, when I was 28 is when I opened my own retirement plan. And, you know, I was
28?
I was 28. I'm 45 now. So I'm approaching the 20-year mark of starting my own retirement plan where I was just putting money into a retirement plan outside of my work, you know, because they give you at work, you get a 401k, you go.
Yeah.
But I was like, nah, I need to do something for myself. I had a little extra money. So now when I turned 52, I start getting money back from just an investment that I made 20 years ago.
and that shit you don't even think about too. That's crazy.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like when I was 24, you know,
But
I
if you
didn't
ain't do it, you would have been like, damn, I wish I'd have did that.
Exactly. That's why I'm telling you now.
That's how I'm thinking. Yeah, like I don't want to be thinking like that by the time I'm even 32.
Because when you,
like,
look, I'm going to tell you right now, when you 45, it gets scary out here, man. When you think about being 55, 60 years old, nobody don't want you around when you 60 years old. You know what I mean? You don't want to be calling people for money when you, like imagine you worked your whole life. Now you older and you got to call
Now you
people and
need
ask
people
them
to
for
take
money and
care of you
shit.
and
Like
all
you don't
that.
want that feeling.
yeah, that's a crazy feeling right there.
But we feel like you've been pretty smart with your money, right?
Yeah.
Because you've seen other people.
I have my ups and downs, of course. Everybody
course.
get their money for the first time and act a fool. When they go crazy, lose their money. But you got to learn from that. It's like, happen one time, you learn from that. If you don't, it's over.
What's the dumbest thing you did with your first money?
I spent all of it.
On something specific or just
I
everywhere?
spent all of it on things that didn't make it come back into my account.
Yeah. Do you have these conversations with your boys and artists
Every
coming
day.
up, making sure that they don't make the same mistakes?
Every single day. Those are conversations you need to do things for me. If you don't have those conversations, you're not doing nothing. Unless you really that odd person that really does all the stuff that people don't do, you know?
You watching the new wave of New York?
I'm watching it now. I'm just now stepping in because I was making my album for a long time now for me. So now that I'm done, I got a little more free time. I'm searching the net. I'm doing my homework, baby.
Are you enjoying what you're seeing out from the young artists? Because it's a wave out here.
I'm enjoying it now that I really understand it now. It's like you can't judge the music off of the sound no more nowadays. Because even like my pops, for example, he not gonna understand all the shit that's going on, but he know that it sounds like similar to that old sound that when he was back in the G listening to music. It's like a cycle, you know. So.
You had tweeted though that you were kind of frustrated that that you were sick of the craft people are bringing to the table and making everything.
Yeah, that's what I
boring.
mean now. Like it's like at first I posted that and it's like I'm glad I posted that because I see now that it's not like people just copying. You go in the cars, you go on the radio, you go on the radio station, you go in the club and you're hearing the same music all day, every day, and it's like the people that's listening to the music, they becoming the rappers now. So of course they're gonna resemble you. It's like they're gonna look up to that. Can't really get too angry over that, you know?
It's interesting too, because you're 24. So, you know, you're watching these young artists, or not even young, new, because you're 2 years older than some of them, 3 years older, but
that's
you've been
why it's
around.
crazy, yeah.
You've been around putting out music and having hits for the last 4 or 5 years. You know, it's always funny because I remember being frustrated with new artists coming out and not thinking that their music was ready. But I
Yeah.
remember the first time I'm hearing you and I'm like, oh, okay, this is cool. But then I see where you've gotten in learning how to make hit records and learning how to write songs, right? But when we first met you and heard your first song, what was that? Something Bad. What was Bad? My Shit?
Yeah, My Shit, that was like the first radio. Yeah. And it's crazy, when I made that song, it was like, I made it to be not too difficult. Because I understood that what was going on. People didn't really care about the too complicated songs and bars and trying to think too much. They wanted that simple shit on the radio at the time. And it's like, all right, I'm going to follow up. So that's why I'm saying, like, I get it now. Because I was that same person that these people are now, like right now, this day for me.
A lot of artists go through that. I just saw a conversation Pop Smoke was having with Nadeska.
Oh, yes.
Right, where he was talking about how he was like trying to be on his bar shit and then was like, wait, let me swag this out a little bit,
exactly,
slow it down for the ladies, bring the club into it. You know what I mean? And you know, throughout the years, I've seen artists have to, you know, figure out how to bring more people to the party, let's say.
Yeah, it's all about doing homework and studying and staying with what's in tune and everything, you know?
Are you now in your album Artist 2.0, which drops on Valentine's Day, and it's the anniversary, I think, of the first album you put out, right?
Yeah. It's like 4 years now, so happy birthday, Melody, too. She turning 3 years old tomorrow. That one on the way, so family things, music things, business things, man.
Are you in your album experimenting with new sounds and
of
you know what I mean? Trying new things.
When y'all hear this album, it's gonna be like a lot of questions. I know it's a lot of questions now, but when you hear it, it's gonna be more like, all right, what is he trying to get to? Because you're gonna hear a switch over in the whole album, it's gonna be a whole different mood. And you're gonna feel different. And now you're gonna start asking questions like, all right, what he trying to do right here? So yeah, I just want y'all to really, really pay attention to the sounds in this one.
Did anybody push you into this place? Was there anybody that that maybe you work with on a regular basis or anything that was like, yo, let's try some shit?
Yeah. I've been working with a lot of people this year on last year basically on some crazy shit where it's like we start everything from scratch. Every beat we do, we start with a piano or a guitar, and then I just rap over it, and then they throw the beat on it, and then we throw like little extra sounds to it, and we keep playing around with it. We don't just go in there one day and finish a song no more. We're making like real music now.
Is that harder for you?
Nah, it's easier, to be honest. It's like, it's more fun too. It's a better process for me. Or it'll go by way more smooth and shit.
How do you find though, how do you start getting inspired? Because you said you block yourself completely out when you're in album mode.
Yeah, it's all about tunnel vision too when you're in the studio, even if you're around like 30 people, even if your friends is around. You gotta learn how to either, like when I'm making a love song, first of all, I don't have nobody around me, so that's different. But when I'm making like fun music, I gotta have people around me in an environment where it's like a comfortable but not too comfortable because you out and it feel like you partying. You know what I mean? Like, because when you're in your bag, you could talk about anything. But certain times when it's a lot of people around you, you're not gonna say anything. It's just like the heat of the moment type shit, feel me?
Thinking about how, we watched you grow as an artist. You've had hit records for the radio station, New York City's Big, Summer Jam, all of that shit. You're one of the artists that helped me learn to be patient over the last few years, because I used to be like, nah, this shit is trash, fuck out of here. You know what I mean? And not necessarily understand that we're watching artists like, 45 years old. Like I said, man, when we used to meet art, when I'm in my 20s, when we heard an album or a mixtape, these were artists that had already been in the boot camps and in writing sessions and figuring it out in the studio.
Way more tough, I already know.
You know what I'm saying? So you weren't even hearing them until they had already kind of been through the gauntlet of figuring out what their sound was gonna be. Now we're hearing artists like when we met you. You was just throwing it up on the internet and people was gravitating to it.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
That shit was crazy. I ain't even expect that. That's why it's different. Like, you never know what happens. You never know how things change in the game. Like, the sound could change any day. Like, I could make a song right now that make the whole game sound different. For real. And nobody would even notice it because it happened so quick. Word. It's crazy, though.
Yo, A Boogie, man, Artist 2.0. What should we play? King of My City?
Everything. Play everything.
Play the whole album?
Play the whole album.
I want to play, we have King of My City. Go stream that album, Apple Music, y'all know what it is. Lord don't hate.
Stream it everywhere.
Not Apple Music. And King of My City and then the Summer Walker joint, so y'all can hear this slow jam. Yo, it's good talking to you again, man.
Yo, you're ready, bro.
There it is, man.
talking
A
to you
Boogie
too, man.
High Bridge. Give it up for him one time. Go get the album.